Hello everybody and welcome to our very first Part 0. So what is a Part 0 if you missed a channel update? Well, it's going to be me showcasing the game, talking about the game, looking around the game. I'm going to play through a few turns, but whenever we start Part 1, that will actually start the series, so anything we do during Part 0 isn't necessarily going to count. So if that doesn't interest you, sometime today, I would assume at the latest of tomorrow, I will have Part 1 posted, so just keep your eye out for that. I'm looking to update this 2, maximum 3 times a week, and the videos should be about 15 to 20 minutes in size, regularly speaking. I may make a little bit longer videos later on, but initially to get started, it's going to be about that 15 to 20 minute mark. So if you're wondering what this game is, it's a lot like Civilization. It's supposed to be the spiritual successor to Beyond, almost said Beyond Earth, Alpha Centauri. Now, until Beyond Earth comes out, there's nothing really to compare it to, because as far as I know, nothing on the radar at least has been a spiritual successor. So until Beyond Earth, it is the only one to compare to Alpha Centauri. So for those of you that are wondering, let's go ahead and look around the settings so you can see kind of what it has to offer and what you can change. And I'm going to be honest with you right up front, it doesn't have a super huge amount. You can kind of see here, automation there. You can pause if you require a video. There's not really any advanced settings for graphics, that's a little unusual, but you have plain, large, and futuristic. Futuristic, everybody complains, is very hard to read, so I'm going to try plain large, and we'll see how that works out for us. And there's nothing above high and all that stuff. Audio, I have to mute all this stuff for YouTube's copyright, and then of course the language. So if we go ahead and we hit new game, we're greeted with initializing game, and here are our factions. We have a spiritual faction, we have a militaristic and economical, we have an industrious, we have a ecological, which is kind of like nature preserves, and they want to preserve nature and they want to harmonize with nature. So a little bit of different stats there. And also we have the scientific people. So world size, the game creator, I saw a forum post at one point, I don't know if that forum post still exists, says the smaller the planet usually is better. You don't really want to go above medium because it kind of ruins the experience. It's kind of scaled to be on like medium or small, but that's up to you. And world shape. You see there, you can read about the little 3. Difficulty, I'll kind of pause a little bit on too. The difficulty is a little bit different because, as you can see, you have alien aggression and you have difficulty. The difficulty is the overall game difficulty, and the alien aggression is just for whether the aliens are aggressive or not. Now, an interesting thing could be you could set this on very hard and you could set this on very low and maybe have a different experience versus setting this on very high, and that I don't think you would want to go down to easy, but kind of is up to you. I think it's more in Civilization you have the barbarian camps, and then of course you have your pace. Now, before you hit start, I'd say to hit advanced, because the one cool feature that is hidden in here is revealed research tiers, and this kind of tells you if you hit none, you can only see your options now. If you hit 3 or all, you can scroll through them. We'll do 1 just so I can showcase it. I'm going to have the economical faction to start off. So let's go ahead and ready up. And you can see the loading time. I have a very nice computer, and I'm going to avoid the cut screen because of the YouTube content system. I have a very nice computer. People have said even on lesser computers it's not that bad. So take that for what you will. And you see you have hold position, guard, skip, build, city, and disband. You kind of have a little bit of stats. Now, if you look in another video, and I'm sure for the playthrough I will probably do futuristic fonts, this is plain large. It's not bad. A lot of people complain about it, but it's not bad if you're over the fog of war. If you're over a mountain, it can kind of be a little bit tedious, or if you're in a snowy area, it may be a little bit hard to read. And you don't get those pop-ups by it's not given to you like in Civilization where it's thrown in your face. You actually have to click it, and during the turn flips there's fighting, but it doesn't flash to it. You are responsible for looking in this right-handed side of the screen and clicking on and go, oh, this person was attacked. How bad? Now, this is kind of, I don't want to say a world wonder, or I can't think of the word. You have the kind of the world wonders in Civilization that give you bonus and perks. Those tiles of Garden of Eden, that's kind of an example, and you see the rest of them are regular. This fungus here in the beginning, before you get to a specific research point, if you rest a unit on it, it will damage it. Also, you'll kind of see the difference being is in Civilization, you can kind of click on the tiles to assign workers. It's not really that way anymore. You have this little dude here, and you drag, and you drop him. So then now he's farming. You drag, and you drop, and now he's mining. Or a worker. And you can kind of lock it or unlock it however you want to do. And you see there's nothing for me to click up here other than the tax rate. Now, it would obviously affect your morale. That's pretty standard across most games. One good point to mention, excuse me for saying so much, kind of want to make sure I get all of the information across, is your resources are pooled amongst cities. So if you have one city at +2 food and one city at -1 food, it's automatically just you have 1 food. So if I were to start a city right now that has -6, I would just have +2 food. It just doesn't do any different. And on the right hand side, you have your different options for like wealth or growth, and it kind of queues it up down here. The one thing to keep in mind is you can purchase 1 thing a turn. So see, even though I don't have any money, it doesn't give me the option to click anything else, so I'll queue up some colonial troopers, a colonizer, and a former. Not a big deal. Choosing research. Well, here's our 1 tier. If we had 3 or more, we'd be able to scroll through and see, 15 technologies from now I can get guided lasers. Well, with this, you kind of just guess, and you can go none and just have this, or the 1, 2, 3. This is kind of nice because it still gives you a little bit of an idea, but not too bad. And we'll just go with colony ship dismantling. The other thing to keep in mind is this little tab down here. Also, you can click on your little stuff there, but this is a encyclopedia, if you will, of all the stuff that's available. Economy, there's your economy. Military, research, been through that. And events. This is nice because it kind of just lists everything there. Your workshop is really where you're going to want to do most of your work, because as you research new technologies, you go in here and you say, oh, colonial trooper, and I want to change this gun, and I want to change this armor, and I want to change this device. Hit close. And then whenever you would go in and hit refit, it would say, hey, you can change it to that, but it's going to cost all that money. The nice thing is once you change it in the workshop, all future units would just have that. So let's go ahead and burn through a few turns here. We were able to get that guy produced. That's beautiful. And we'll go on up here. Got a nice little hive there. And see, it just kind of pops up. If I hit intern, it doesn't care. It's not going to warn you. It's not going to hold your hand. You kind of have to pay attention to that. Darn you, responsibility. Boo. Minimap. Yeah, we understand. And these are the same ruins or little villages that you would get in Civilization. I think this exploring the ruin is kind of a standard story. And then you hit close, and then it says, this is what you actually got for it. So that's something to keep in mind. There's always a little story first, and then it appears that the next screen has it. So hoping maybe somebody will attack me so I can show you that it does not flip to it, and it just kind of puts a little note down here. But if it doesn't, then just keep in mind that it actually does not flip to it. Just flipping along here. Alright. And we're blocked in, so even if... Ooh, 17. Ooh, 100. Yay! So it's a little bit different of a battle animation as well. For the Civilization genre, usually you have a little bit of individual fighting. This is kind of just bang, 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 I'm done, you're dead, ha ha ha. It may change with Beyond Earth. Beyond Earth may be completely different, but we shall in fact see. Hopefully very soon. I think it's October 24th, right off the top of my head. I'm not 100% sure. Beautiful. Okay, do I have another move? I do. I met my first person. Now, this was another complaint. I'm going to be honest with you, I've only played an hour of this game, so I'm not 100% sure how bad the diplomacy is. And as we play through the series, unfortunately, we will experience it together. Well, maybe fortunately, but this is the dialogue, and you see you have a couple of different options here and there. Most of the time, it's been my experience in the little hour that I've played that if I offer anything right off the bat, they're kind of like, no. So we'll just close that out. Choose research, and now we have another tier available to see because we went to the 1, and we'll end turn, and since we're peaceful with them, I guess apparently we can occupy the same space. That's not awkward at all. And we'll have you guard. Now, what else we got here? And that's the little transformer that will irrigate and improve your lands. And well, let's just demand a payment. If you do not see the wisdom, I pissed him off. Darn it. Ooh. Oh well, we'll probably play through a few more turns, then that'll be about it. I want to get to steel plates. I guess I'm going to go straight for titanium. This does randomize every game, so whenever we play our actual game, that may not be the same. Just to keep that in mind as well. Hammerhead missile. Yeah, let's do it. This will allow me to show you the workshop, which is what I wanted. So I can change to hammerhead missile. There's no armor upgrades, no device. Close that out. So now, whenever I go to, well, I guess I just have to click on this, and you see everybody now comes with a hammerhead missile, but you say, oh, Swifty, well, you said something about that. Well, you click refit, you go in here, and it will just change over for 0 credits. Hooray! And now they all have the hammerhead missile. Same for this guy, except you have to be in the city to do that. So I think that was the last thing I really wanted to show. I really want to save the rest of it for our series, and as I said, I'm going to try to do 2 to 3, well, I'm going to guarantee 2, and I'm going to shoot for 3. We'll see what actually happens. Videos a week. I'm going to space them out, so maybe one in the beginning of the week, one towards the end, and I'll make them about 15 to 20 minutes in size. If I can go a little longer, I will do my best to do so. We'll probably play this economical faction. I don't know. If you have any, well, I'll probably record part 1 here right after this. So we'll probably play the economical faction, and I look forward to seeing you in the series, and I hope you enjoy it. Peace out. Have a nice day.